It's the Christmas episode of the Ken Coleman Show that no one is going to listen to because you should be with your friends and family right now. Guys, you should be frustrated to the nth degree. Your blood pressure should be unhealthy levels for two reasons. One, you've eaten too much through the holiday season and you've pounded too much food on Christmas. I accept that. No shame there. And the second reason is your blood pressure is high is because you're putting together those infernal toys that you paid too much for that your kid is going to get over in 30 days. And you've spent your day putting their toys together. Whew, God bless me. I'm no longer in that stage. Hang on, guys, if you've got kids that young. When the teenage years come, they just ask for money. And you don't have to put anything together. So you'll make it through. But it is the Christmas episode. For those of you brave souls that have managed to stay in this episode, I thought, what would I say about giving? Because Christmas, as a cultural holiday, not a religious holiday, I'm not going to preach and proselytize on Christmas, the religious holiday, but it is, in fact, the birth of Jesus, and you may not subscribe to any of that. That's fine. But as it is the birth of Jesus, the concept of gift giving certainly comes from the reality of Jesus' birth. The wise men travel and they give gifts, and thus it has become a cultural phenomenon around the world. And it has become consumerized, I'm making the word up, to where Christmas is about gift receiving, certainly for little ones, right? Little kids. I mean, think about it. They grow up, and I don't know how, and I can only speak to the American culture, but I don't know how you can grow up in a Christmas culture of America and not think that Christmas is all about what I get. I mean, think about it. You're excited. You're running down the stairs, and you can't wait to open up the Christmas gifts, and it's so very exciting. Of course it is. There's nothing inherently evil about that, but that's the truth. And so, in order to sell those toys, advertisers, and it becomes the thing. It is the time of year outside of your birthday when you get all the presents, and that's what it's become. But it is, despite how much it has been consumerized, it is about giving. You think of the parent, the joy is giving your kids something that they light up over. The word that I love when we think about a young child, and I want us to stay in this visual for a moment, there's something special. I got goosebumps right now thinking about the years when my kids were younger and they couldn't get downstairs fast enough to open up the presents. It's like literally holding them back. And there's something about watching a kid with anticipation tear open a Christmas gift and light up with wonder. The word is wonder. It's the root word of wonderful. Childlike wonder. We wonder what's in the underneath the tree. We wonder what's underneath the wrapping paper. And then we open it, and if we're excited, we react with wonder. You've seen a kid, they open their mouth, their eyes are wide. There is a moment of wonder. It is a moment, watch this, of I am discovering something, I'm seeing something that I didn't know was going to be there, and now I see it, and I go, and I am receiving it. I see it, and I receive it, and that's the ultimate excitement around giving gifts and receiving gifts, is that we see something, and we react that way because we are not only seeing this thing that we are excited about, but we realize I get to receive it. And it's pretty powerful, isn't it? It's really powerful. And so, in the spirit of what Christmas has become as consumers, it is about receiving. The excitement is around receiving, but the true joy is around giving. Excitement in receiving, joy in giving. There's a different emotion there between the giver and the receiver. The giver really wins. I mean, the receiver gets something really cool, and it's exciting, and that's fun, and that's a level of emotion that's probably here. For those of you that aren't watching, I'm giving you a scale. And I think that the depth, the deeper emotion, the weightier emotion on the scale, up on the high side is the receiving, but on the low side, meaning the weight, the heaviness, the true stickiness of emotion, I think it's joy. It's giving. It's giving. So here's what I want you to think about this year. I want you to think about giving yourself away. People ask me all the time, why do you do this? Why'd you get into this? Why are you not into money, or you're not a money personality, or whatever? I'll tell you something. For me, it's always been about the meaning, the reward of giving yourself away. By the way, it occurs to me as I'm choking to death right now, a cup of eggnog would be wonderful to coat my throat. But here's what I would love for you to give to yourself. To give to your parents, to give to your teachers, your coaches, your siblings, your friends who have had an impact on your life. I would love for you to give your best. To give your best in the world of work, a way of doing work differently. It's just a slight change. Many of you right now are great professionals and you're killing it and you're making progress, and I'm so excited about that. I want to cheer you on to your best year ever. But as we look to a new year, what if it was just a little switch? Just think of the old school heating units in your house or air conditioning. You just turn that knob a little bit. And what if it's just a slight turn of the dial to say, you know what? I want to make good money or enough money because I want to provide for my family. I want to provide for myself. I've got some things I want to accomplish. But you know what? I want to actually think about what it would look like if, in giving my best at work, doing the best job that I can do, that I'm also now thinking less about the job and more about the result. What are the results that I want to give to my world, your zip code? It can be very intimidating in this world of social media now, where we can see everybody's exploits and everything's about influencers and how many followers. And quite frankly, I've gotten to the point where I'm so sick and tired of this measuring result of followers and this and this and this. Because while it is a good measurement tool for progress, it is not limiting to only that. And an impact is about personal impact that you're supposed to make. Even if you don't have a social media account, that does not in any way disqualify you or discount you from making an impact. So my challenge is back to the moment under the tree or around the tree where we are either giving or receiving. And all of us are, by the way, in both roles. As we sit around the tree, as you sat around the tree this year, you were at one point a giver in a moment in time, and at one point you were a receiver. You're both. But think of the true joy. How much more meaningful it is to do work, to play a role, to produce results in your professional life that are as equally rewarding as the results in your personal life. In other words, you begin to think of your work as, I'm a giver, not a receiver. Yes, I'm receiving a paycheck. Yes, I'm receiving a promotion. Yes, I'm receiving accolades. Yes, I'm receiving awards. Yes, I'm receiving recognition. All that's great. It's really fun, just like opening up a gift. But what really sticks with you, what really fills your heart, is the joy of giving. Give yourself away. You are needed. You must do it. Somebody out there needs you to give the best of who you are. Do it to the best of your ability.